Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to the 13th episode of the Choking Hazard podcast with my usual co-hosts Sugar Free Nos.
Howdy.
And RDT. And tonight we've got a guest again. It's been a while. Since we had a guest. How many weeks has it been? It's been months.
27.
It must be months. 27. We've only been doing it for 13 weeks.
No, 13 episodes, more than 13 weeks because of that stupid trial.
Okay, sorry.
Bi-weekly or
Sorry, the bi-weekly trial. Okay.
Bi-monthly? I think it was. Yeah.
What? Anyway, we do have a guest again.
Yeah, we got a guy.
He is a fellow Twitch streamer. We know him because we actually raided him at the end of one of my streams a long time ago.
That was a while ago.
It was a while ago, and it is. Wait, do I find the correct thing? It's DjentlemanXIII. I.
Hey. Aye.
13's fine.
13, yeah. DjentlemanXIII on the 13th episode.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining in on the podcast.
We've been planning this the whole time. Since episode 1, we knew he was going to come on this week. We knew.
Written in the stars.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's an honor to be here, man.
We'll
have you.
Honor. Woo.
We'll switch it up from.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Yeah. Don't put it too
right.
high in your expectations.
It's okay to be here.
Yeah, it's
better.
It's average. We try for average. Bang average.
I'm pretty indifferent about being here
Yeah,
right now.
we aspire for mediocrity. That's what we aspire.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Confidence, everybody.
Oh,
Confidence.
yes. Best show you've ever seen.
Yeah. honor, as Jaji puts in the chat, honor is a very, very strong word. So we'll switch it up from the last time we had a guest where we spoke for the first 15 minutes without actually including him whatsoever. And you know we'll throw it over to you. Who are you? What do you do? What's going on with you?
I am, as you said, a Twitch streamer. Have been for now 2 years. Just recently celebrated 2 years, and I've found that my bread and butter is Rocket League, which is a very easy game to watch and stuff. And I started as a variety caster, and I started on my Xbox One and streamed from there. It was not very professional looking at all. Didn't have alerts or anything. And then as soon as I got my PC and started my first PC stream with GTA 5, you raided me. So it's pretty.
Really? Oh yeah, now I remember that actually.
Yeah.
Thank your first
Very first
PC
one.
stream. Yeah.
Thank God for that variety, or else I wouldn't have met you guys. But what do? I have a job kind of as not a telemarketer, but like a questionnaire, asking questions, and that's pretty much it. But we don't have any kind of assignments for the summer, so streaming is pretty much my job right now. Pretty much. But don't take it too seriously. Just, I do it when I can.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
The main talking points for this episode are going to be positivity. Now, we're not very good with positivity on this podcast, as has been pointed out in the past.
Poorly. We started out extremely poorly if we're talking about positivity.
Yeah. We tend to, I think this is probably a thing in general, like it's easier to find the negatives than it is the positives.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that goes for everything in life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we look at GTA and we're talking about GTA, it's always about what Rockstar are doing wrong and never what they're doing right. I mean, personally, I don't think they're doing much right, but,
There are some things.
There
You
are some
can't think
things,
them out.
but it's easier to talk about the things that annoy you than the things that keep you happy.
It's a common thing to narrate about. Why is this happening? Like nobody's like, oh, I love this. Let's talk about why this works.
I mean, in reality, GTA is like this amazing game with this sprawling world and universe, and we're just like, I don't like how this car is a little bit faster than that one. Kind of
Yeah.
fuck Rockstar, right?
Yeah. Positive cast next week. Well, let's not go too far.
Yeah.
Let's just keep ourselves grounded. I don't think we can do that for longer than 1 week.
Realists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Realist.
I like to think of myself as a realist, apart from GTA.
Every pessimist does, bro.
Every pessimist.
Everyone does.
The thing is, though, I don't feel like I'm necessarily a pessimist. I have things that
no pessimist does. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
they all think they're real, and they're not. They just have no hope. That's the thing, because you can't find hope in the real world. You can't do that. There's none in there. It's got to come from somewhere that's not real.
I think I exaggerate my my negativity about things. Like, do I really care about GTA cars? Like, really, no. But maybe in those moments, I just get a little bit more caring when I'm making a video than I actually do 3 weeks down the line, and I don't think about it anymore. But when it happens in the moment and you see this car that's in the wrong class or something, then you get annoyed because you see the easy. I don't know. You get chat. Tell me if you think I'm a pessimist, an optimist, or just well balanced. And if you say anything other than well balanced, I'm going to ban you.
In before ban. You're kind of a pessimist.
So the reason that that's the topic of conversation is because Gentleman in particular is, I think you're known, right, as being a very positive
he's
person.
Too
positive.
Too positive. Like, here, I'll explain this to you. When I watch your streams, it's like a bell curve, okay? It's like, we're starting down here. I'm not in a very good mood. Let's watch some Gentleman. We're coming up. Oh, this guy's really positive. I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I really wish I felt this good. Why can't I feel this good? I'm turning a stream off. I'm terrible. That's
it's a roller coaster with no drop. It's just
exactly.
Always going up.
It's just a curve, and that's how every stream that I watch of yours goes. Eventually, it ends in me being upset that I can't be as happy as you. So,
oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm like at a loss of words, but dude, I'm happy that I have some sort of influence, like any sort of influence at all. But last time that I was streaming, I was playing Limbo, and I was talking to you about this earlier, but it's a puzzle game, and I'm very stupid, so I got really annoyed and kind of angry, and people were like, dude, what? Why are you so mad? Like, I was genuinely just salty as balls, and that was, that's like my high. That's like my high here. So, yeah, puzzle games, no. But when I'm playing Rocket League, that's fun,
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Can I just the chat? You're all a load of scumbags, and I think the thing that says it most of all, where do you call it? I'm about as balanced as the GTA car classes. That's just mean. That's just mean.
Who said that? We need to give. Willsy 1980 gets a shout out for that excellent line. Good job. Well, I mean, you could be as balanced as the supercars class, which is
a balanced class.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he was talking about at all.
No, I think
either.
it's more the utilities class over here. I think that's how balanced things
specifically the Moonbeam. I think, and maybe
Don't
the
get me
Ballistic
started.
Compact.
This is a positive. We're meant to be about positivity. Don't get me started about car classes.
Right, yeah.
No, but in general, I think in life, I'm a pretty positive person. I think, I would say. I don't really see the negatives of most things, and if something goes wrong, I tend to just let's fix it, and I don't get down or anything mainly. But there are always these things that you kind of, I guess, is it. Gentlemen, you are extremely positive. Is there something though in particular that if you experience it or you see it or something that annoys you, rubs you up the wrong way, what is it?
Oh yeah, dude, tech issues makes me,
oh my goodness.
I start sweating, and I was doing this, as I said, I was celebrating 2 years on Twitch, and it was awesome. I had everything planned out, like, I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna play this, a little bit of this, it's gonna be awesome. First hour, everything it was running at like 4 FPS, whatever I was capturing, so I was doing that for an hour, and Twitch chat was amazing. I was like, I'm so sorry that everything's going wrong, but let's just try to fix this. And we were just troubleshooting. It ended with I just needed to hard reset the thing, and then I could do the whole thing. But dude, I I was like ill. I was sweating so much, but I had to, smile for the cameras and be like, "Hey, this is fun, guys. This is awesome. Third restart. Let's go." And
see, that's the difference. If that happened to me, I wouldn't try to hide it. I would be. I mean, Nos, you've recently had tech issues, right?
Woo! I've had some tech issues, boy.
Dude, we just triggered Nos like 30 times over in one sentence.
Oh my goodness. The second PC has been such a mess.
And how have you been during your tech issues? Have you been a happy character, positive and smiling and saying, let's just get through this?
I have not. No, I have been very upset. Yeah, I've been lashing out at everybody. Everyone that comes up, I just lash at them. That's all I do. That's how I cope, and it's not very good. That's why, and our other topic for the day is going to be like how you carry yourself online as well, like how you present yourself, and that's like some people out there are an entertaining angry. I mean, you've seen these you've seen streamers before. Like maybe I don't know, as an example, if you watch Summit 1G, when he gets all triggered and upset and yelling and everything like that. He's pretty entertaining to watch, but like
just these top tier YouTubers like Markiplier and stuff like that.
Yeah, when they get upset, they're they're in
it's
character.
Like in the title, I am gonna rage in this episode. Like millions people watching one day, and that's just like quality entertainment.
Yeah,
well, that's how a lot of
when I get angry, I just
Nas, you little fuck.
We were talking at the same time, and I wasn't finished with my thought. I'm almost finished. Give me a second. Anyway, I'm not an entertaining angry. Go. There you go. That's my thought finished.
Well, I was going to say, that's how a lot of those bigger YouTubers kind of got popular. Like PewDiePie, he was the overreaction YouTuber, the gamer that when something goes on, he's playing Five Nights at Fuckboys and he's just like, getting going insane.
I think I'm somewhat of an entertaining angry.
You're an entertaining frustrated. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're actually angry, you're not entertaining.
Yeah, that's
There's a difference. Where'd that speed come from? And then there's where did that speed come from? I'm so upset. Like there's a difference.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So, I'm not. Yeah, but I don't get angry very often, right?
I try not to, but
there is show.
Don't talk to me about tiny races.
There is showmanship angry, and then there's like real raw hatred, just loathing angry.
Just a burning hate.
I very rarely get that angry. The last time I was that angry, I can pinpoint the exact last time that I was that angry in life.
Was it on stream?
It was on stream because I had to walk out.
When was it? I don't.
It was the end of I can't remember which round it was, but MCC Season 3, PS4, Ron Raceway, Vans.
His teammate?
No. It was. I mean, I was angry then as well, but this one happened the day after, so this one technically is the latest one.
So this was PS4 then?
Yeah.
Right, so
when I came second in the Vans on Ron Raceway, and I felt like I should have won. And that was the Macy, the no Macy, you can't go for a dare Macy episode.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I had to walk out at the end when I crossed the line in second. I was so angry, like legitimately angry. I mean, I was angry at the teammate thing as well, but that one in particular. But yeah, that was not a good week. That wasn't the same weekend. No, because it was Muscles, wasn't it? It was Muscles and then Vans. So the Muscle round, I was angry then. That whole season of MCC was not good. I'm enjoying this one a lot more.
Yeah.
But since that was over a year ago, so I wouldn't say that I get angry very often. I'm quite positive most of the time. But ADT. We haven't heard many thoughts from you. Are you angry very often? Are you positive very often? Where do you fall on this spectrum?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive, I would say. And I don't get very angry very often. And I drink a lot. So
just throwing that
kind of that eases things a bit.
It's kind of hard.
Good answer.
It's kind of hard to get really upset.
So that's how you keep the anger at bay is alcohol, then. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Apple juice. Yeah, apple juice. Sorry. Not
apple juice.
Alcohol.
I drink a lot of apple juice. I take vitamin A. Is that what apples have?
No, I was talking about rubbing alcohol when you get an injury or something.
Of course.
We don't alcohol and gauze. Remember it, guys. It's good.
Somehow that keeps me level-headed, I guess.
The only thing that Dying Light taught me.
I love first aid kits. That's
dude.
my
First
thing.
aid kits are dope. Pretty good.
So there's a little segue that I want to mention before we go on to like how you present yourself online, and it's kind of relating a little bit to positivity and then negativity and how you let that affect you. But I want to just put a situation out there because this is something that happened recently with a YouTuber I watch frequently, and I'm interested to know what you guys would do in this situation. But say you are reviewing a video game, like that's your job. You review games, you write articles or you make videos, whatever. You have to give it a score at the end, basically, and give your thoughts. So you're reviewing this game and it's really, really good. You're really enjoying it, and it's good enough for like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 or something like that. Really good game. Not an IGN 7, 8 out of 10, like a proper 7 or 8 out of 10. And then you get to closer to the end of the game and you experience a bug in the game. And it's a game-breaking bug, which means that you can't complete the game without starting it again. And you would have to then play, say, the 8-10 hours of what you've already done. What would you do in the review? What would you do? You don't have the time to play through again. You've got other games that you need to play. What would you do? What score would you give it? Would you continue to give it the score that you were going to give it, the 7 or the 8, or what? I'm just curious.
I'd probably give it, I would say in the review, I'd say like up until this point, it was a 7 or an 8. But as of right now, this review is not completed. If this bug gets fixed, I'll be able to complete the review.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, well, that sucks. I'll have to come back to this.
The chat can answer this as well. Why not?
Yeah, I think
All
I'm
right.
definitely on the same horse as you, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can still
Same
write an article
course.
and give your thoughts about the game, but leave it incomplete and say, I experienced a game-breaking bug. And plus, I would do some research and see how widespread it is, too. If everyone else is having the same issue as well, that would be, that would be score-worthy, I think. But if it's just like a rare thing that's happened just to you, then, it would, yeah. That's what I'd do. I'd still write an article or do a video or whatever, but there'd probably be no score, and I would just give my thoughts on the game in general.
Yeah.
But scores are bad, and everyone knows that scores are bad.
Yeah.
But scores sell games and get funding, and and Metacritic scores are very important. Like for instance, good old Fallout New Vegas being like 1 point shy of more money or whatever from the publisher, and that was dumb.
I definitely
matter.
agree with you that scores have been greatly changed in perspective and mentality now here in the 2010s, because like back in the day, a 7 game was a really good title.
Yeah.
Now it has to
actually
be
really-
like a
yeah.
9.
Yeah.
It has to be a 9 for like
you don't see like
general
it's the
market.
same thing with IGN. You don't see anything lower than a 7, regardless of how bad it is. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But the reason that I asked that is because Jim Sterling, who is a YouTuber and video game reviewer,
Thank
in general,
God for Jim Sterling.
Thank God for Jim
Might I-
Sterling.
might I say.
I watch all of his videos and I think he's fantastic. But he progressively takes a very hard line stance on microtransactions. He hates all that kind of stuff, and day one patches in games and incomplete games being released and all this kind of stuff. Like, he's sick of it, and I'm sick of it too. Like, to have a game that you need to download a patch for on the first day is just ridiculous. But this was the game. It was a game that he reviewed earlier this week. What's it called? Hellblade. I think.
I don't
Hellblade
know.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Thank you, Mr. Google.
Get back in your cage, Hammer.
So he reviewed that, and he experienced this bug at the end of the game, and he gave he put up a video with the normal review and saying what he liked about it, all this kind of stuff, but the score that he gave it was a 1 out of 10 because of this bug.
Okay.
And there was a lot of criticism for him from because he did that, and he thought about it. He went back and thought, yeah, okay, let's not give it a 1 out of 10. And he basically did the same thing as what you guys said, and I think that's the right way to do it. That the review is incomplete. He's not giving a score. He can't give a score. He encountered this bug and he can't continue to play it. So unless it gets fixed and he can start from where he was, then it will just have to be an incomplete review. But the reasons that he gave for having a 1 out of 10 were that he's sick. He's sick of having broken games. He's sick of having a game where it needs a patch to fix it. And originally it wasn't a very widespread bug, but since as days have gone on, more people have been experiencing it, and it's become more of a thing. But when you 1 out of 10 in particular to do that is pretty savage, as the chat says. And I think that's another example of letting that negativity cloud your judgment. Like, you've played through 8-10 hours of this game and you were really enjoying it, you were gonna, and then you get to a point where you can't finish it, and it's just then you get angry and you going, right, screw this, I'm giving it a 1 out of 10, and you kind of lose a little bit of what you would have done under sound mind, like me just asking you guys and you all came to the same conclusion.
But if we were not of sound mind, we wouldn't have come to that conclusion. Or we might not have, rather. Yeah,
and negativity has the potential to do that, just completely cloud your judgment and make you do something or say something or take an action that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do that. So it is important to try and keep a level head in most things and keep positive, at least to a certain degree. Maybe you don't want to be where nothing can possibly be wrong at all, but it's good for just everything, really, not to be constantly focusing on the negatives all the time, because you probably get depressed.
Especially when your job is to your best objectively, like as close to objectively as you can, review games.
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
You're meant to be objective. Yeah,
to me, it's a different experience to what Jim Sterling went through, but it's kind of like when you're in a race in GTA and it's a really good creation, but someone knocks you off 20 times and you're like, well, fuck, downvote that shit. You're like, well, you didn't.
I don't know. I've never
you're racing on the track. You're not voting on what the race was. You're voting the track.
But some people do have that problem. I will agree. And back to reviews, I've got to say, that brings up an interesting point as to whether a review is based solely on like a review. Is it based on only your personal experience, or on what someone else might get out of this game? You know what I mean? Like, it's because taking into account that bug, which may not happen for everybody, that's basing the review on only your personal experience and not what it could be for another player. So some reviews are kind of geared towards that, like, this is how you will have fun in the game, as opposed to this is how I had fun in the game. So
if you're not a player that really prides themselves on completion or whatever, and you're just about gameplay, you might enjoy Hellblade. But as me, Jim Sterling, this type of player, I can't give this a good grade because
I didn't personally enjoy
I couldn't finish it.
I think that's always the difficulty when it comes to game reviewers and reviewing anything. It's finding that balance, and it's so difficult. I can understand why people... I think people care too much as well about reviews. Like, if there's a game that somebody likes, and it gets a mediocre review, then people go mad about it. Jim Sterling again.
Bad
like
shit.
Mental.
They do.
He gave Zelda, the new Zelda game on the Switch, he gave it a 7 out of 10, which for him...
that did not make people happy, I already know.
Yeah, but for him that's a good score, because he doesn't he's not like the IGNs where he'll actually give games a 1 or 2 or a 3 if they are really bad, stuff like that. So a 7 for him is a good score, but there were things that he thought could have been better, and he was just giving his opinion. He gave his review. Yeah, so he was giving an honest review, but Zelda fans did not like that. Holy shit.
Yeah. I remember that
fans in general aren't a big fan of that. Like, all of their games are 10 out of 10. I bought the Switch. All the games there are good. Nintendo, praise Nintendo. They can do no wrong. Like, most of their fans are like that, so they will get upset very quickly.
And now they've all just gotten upset at this episode of the podcast. Thanks, Nelson.
Yeah, for me accusing them of being like that.
Yeah, I remember like also comparing other games and saying that other game is better than the other one. Like it was 2009, and I really like Gears of War. I really liked it. So I found this video. Yeah, it's a good game. Oh, okay. I thought that we were like connecting. Oh,
Nah, Bruffy's a big
No,
fan.
Bruff is connecting just in
I started my channel with Gears of War.
that's awesome. Anyway, I really liked it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look for Gears of War content on YouTube. Boom, put it in, and there's this Gears of War versus Halo, and I didn't know what Halo was. Halo is one of my favorite games of all time, but not at the time. And they said that Halo was better than Gears of War, and I was like, I commented like, you guys are stupid over at IGN.
Yeah.
And I was just watching the comment section. I didn't even sleep for like 5 days, and it was just nobody's responding to me. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is like people take it way too seriously. Like their opinions are like facts to them, man. It's just dangerous sometimes.
This was before
Yeah.
Positive Gentleman, and this was
Oh,
very
yeah,
much
for
before
sure,
that.
dude.
This is your version of 18-year-old Bruffy, then.
Yeah.
18-year-old Bruffy.
Let's not mention
pretty
18-year-old
positive.
Bruffy. The
Everyone's gonna
next
stand
next
that
part of the podcast is about how you carry yourself online, and I don't want people to remember 18-year-old Bruffy.
Everyone remembers 18-year-old Bruffy. Everyone remembers.
God damn it. Yeah, it can be dangerous. It can be bad for, I think, your own mindset as well. If you're so, you'd like your opinions are so strong and so negative about anything that differs from your opinions. It's not only not nice to be putting that out there, but it must be bad for your own mindset itself as well to always be like that.
Yeah, I mean, even just think about just blind loyalties to things like console wars when people obviously they're huge different. That's a bit different, but
Yeah, it also goes the other way as well. Like positivity being blind positivity, like with blind loyalty to it works that way too. Anyway, carry on.
like if you look at like any of the either Battlefield or Call of Duty trailers, you always see people saying like Battlefield's so much better than this one. This is stupid. It's so dumb. And you're like, can't they
And
both
people
be
will
good
comment
games?
that before they even hear the like then they hear that sound and they've immediately, this is better than Call of Duty. So, like, they don't even need a trailer or any gameplay. It's just Battlefield's better than Call of Duty, and that's how it is. So
Yeah, like God.
But it seems like in life in general, it's always the extremes. You have the extremes on either end of everything, like opinions, politics, religion.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It goes far outside of gaming, like
Yeah.
and it's very dangerous to be very persistent, I guess, about your opinions. And that's I don't talk about my real life that often, but I live in the deep south of Alabama, and
What?
yes, I do. So it's very very hard down here to deal with the opinions of others.
I thought you were a Nantucket socialite. I didn't realize you were from Alabama.
when your opinions differ so greatly from not only other people but from the majority,
Yeah.
it's a very difficult thing to deal with. So
Yeah. And I think like there's so many the extremes on either end of everything always overshadow and shout louder than everybody who has maybe a more reasoned mind who can look at both. They have their own opinions, but they can see where the other side's coming from and don't get an argument
and
about
I
it.
have to struggle to do that every day I go outside.
Yeah.
Which isn't very many days, but it's something.
Sweet
that I have
home
to do.
Alabama.
But yeah, as you're saying,
I'm
like
leaving and never
talking to
coming back.
those people that have different opinions but are like open to talk about it and don't get salty over it.
And those are hard to find, let me tell you.
Yeah, one of my
Especially-
best friends is that way. I'm going to be hanging out with him later on, and I'm going to tell him, hey, let's talk about why you like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I don't get it, and I don't like it very much for like the 6th time.
You don't like 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Which
What?
way do I look? I look this way, right?
You
Or-
don't want
No, the
giant
other way.
space fetuses?
What the
Hey,
fuck,
come on.
man? What are you talking about?
I just I just don't get it too much. It's just that ending. Not going to spoil it for those that haven't seen it. But dude,
Yeah, don't
it's just-
spoil it because I again, me with who's never played anything, who's never watched anything, I haven't seen it. So
You need to go watch it. Take 6 hours of your time and go watch.
Dude,
Go watch.
I've seen it twice. I was like, once I watched it with my girlfriend, and she was just in a coma. She was so bored. The shots are just like.
and now,
I could
now,
do this for
now you
10
see
minutes.
the negativity of the Choking Hazard podcast
Oh,
coming
Jesus
out.
Christ.
How can you not like it?
Something,
The
yeah.
chat's gone mental as well. Like,
Did you see what I saw?
What?
When you turned your chair, she was just sitting there behind you. It was like a fucking horror film. I was so frightened there for a second.
It's a small apartment. But it's good. I can scream. I can scream here. So that's good.
Can we come to a middle ground? 2001: A Space Odyssey for its time is a very beautiful movie. Can we agree
True.
with that? There we
True.
go.
And
We-
when I see the monolith, it fills me with dread. So it does what it sets out to be. The shots are great cinematography.
Oh
The
yes.
plot is all right, and the
It's
end
a little hard to follow.
it's difficult for dumb old me to understand. But my friend, he can talk about it for hours. He read the book.
No,
read the
if he read the
book.
book. Oh yeah.
Nerd, never hang out with him ever again.
Yes.
Call him right now. Say, hey, listen, this whole friendship thing's not going to work
can
out.
we all agree that The Matrix is a fantastic movie?
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one. Second one is all right. Third
Sure.
one, we don't talk
Okay.
about that one.
Wait, I don't know if we want to go down the movie rabbit hole. We might want to climb back out.
No, okay, yeah, well, maybe that's a
My
different
favorite movie is
topic for another
Chinatown.
time. I don't know
Starring
what
Jack
that is.
Nicholson, directed by Roman Polanski, who fucked a child.
I have a pretty basic favorite movie of all
Okay.
time.
Fun fact. And what is that?
Shutter Island. I really like that movie. It's a
That's an interesting-
fantastic.
It's not often recent movies are a choice for your favorite movie. whenever you
Yeah,
ask
exactly.
people.
That's why it takes people by surprise. But it's like it's a movie that I watch like once every 1.5 years. So I watch it and it's like fresh, and I'm like, oh, dude, yeah. And then I watch it again, and I've kind of forgotten about it. Those are the best. It's got that good plot that you forget about. You know the puzzle pieces, but you don't know where they go. And I really
Yeah.
like that movie. Such a good.
We need to have a
Okay.
movie podcast at some point, like a
Yes.
podcast
Please
discussing
do it.
movies.
Please.
That's what we need.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
get
do
the
that.
chat involved. We'll just talk about, like we did with the video game nostalgia episode a few
the
weeks
video
ago.
game nostalgia,
We'll
yeah.
do movies, best movies.
Anyway,
Legal
let's
history.
climb out of this hole and go.
How you
back on
present
topic.
yourself online is kind of what we were gonna go towards.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean-
it's just open. Okay, cool.
RDT presents himself quite interestingly, I think, online. As we saw from last week's episode with I just matched with a girl called Shaniqua on Tinder.
Yeah, good
just-
girl.
Just
I didn't talk to her.
Oh no, I bet she isn't. I bet you she is not a good girl, RDT. You need to stay far away from Shaniqua. I'm just
Yeah.
warning you
I
now.
don't know. Coming from an Alabama voice, that doesn't sound too
don't-
good. I'm not gonna accuse you of anything, but
Oh, okay.
wholesome. Do you guys? I mean, I obviously do now. I probably didn't originally. I certainly didn't when I was 18, as we all know. But Gentleman probably thinks about it now as well. And Nos, do you thinking about it in terms of you are conscious of the things that you do or what you say?
Oh
When
yeah,
you-
I'm
when
very
you say
conscious.
things
It
online.
doesn't help. It doesn't help me making bad choices. I'm very conscious of my bad choices.
Right. Okay.
the character that I play, I understand it's a poor choice, but it's easy. Gets easy laughs. So we're gonna do it anyway. It's a poor decision. Makes me seem stupid and very annoying to some, and like I'm unwatchable to some people. I understand that. But
Yeah, I get that too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it goes for everyone, I think.
I'm joking.
Oh, you get how I could be unwatchable? Yeah, I understand. Well, it's just like watching yourself, except lower quality and more southern. So, I mean, there's no reason to experience yourself twice, bro. That'd be a little too much.
I mean,
wait.
for me,
Experience yourself?
I think I'm very conscious of. I try to be as professional as possible when it comes to certainly not Twitch. Don't give me that look. Everybody gave the same look.
No, I was laughing at A to the J. And also you, because that's ridiculous what you were saying.
I'll get to why I made that face when you're done.
Okay. When it comes to YouTube and the YouTube videos, I try to keep it more professional level because I feel like YouTube is so full of, nonsense, especially with GTA. And I wanna have some integrity and morals and things like that because you don't seem to get that on YouTube much.
I think they're overrated.
You think they're overrated?
Absolutely.
What, integrity and morals?
Yes, they're completely overrated. I mean, like, you look at your YouTube paycheck and then you look at some of the scums, it's overrated to me. Just forget that. Morals, integrity, doesn't get you anywhere in life.
If money is your only goal, then I can see where you're coming from.
No, morals and integrity will not get you far.
No. But when it comes to my streams, obviously, I know the chat gave me shit just then, but when it comes to my streams, I'm less professional. I know this, but that's more because I'm like a rabbit caught in the headlights most of the time and don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Did you say a rabbit?
Yeah.
God, I'm hearing all these new things. Gentleman said we're on the same horse earlier. I was like, I don't know. I'm riding in front. I don't give a shit. And then you're saying a rabbit? It's a deer caught in the headlights.
They don't.
No, it's
you not have
rabbit.
Deer over there?
I mean, we have deer, but it's not the same. There are more rabbits.
But do rabbits typically freeze when encountering a car? I thought they moved.
We kill them too quickly, the deer. We have them served up on our plate too quickly. So don't worry about it.
Problem down here as well.
Okay, maybe it's a British thing then.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I don't know now. I've lost my So with my streams, I'm not as professional, but I feel like the streams are a place where it's more chilled out anyway. But I do try to be moral and have some integrity and stuff when it comes to my online, how I act online. But that's how I am in real life as well. So it's just an extension of that. But it is sometimes difficult, if you want to just blurt out a lot of nonsense. Sometimes you just think, maybe I shouldn't say something like that. But what's your experience has been, gentlemen, with this sort of thing?
So, with things that I say, you're talking about just on casts or on Twitter or just whatever?
Just in general.
Just in general, yeah. Online in general.
Yeah.
And
how do you carry yourself online? That's the topic.
I just try to be the way I am, pretty much. I don't really have this vast. I'm just outgoing and trying to be welcoming to people. If I go to someone's chat, I say hi to all the people that say hi to me and to my friends and stuff. And on Twitter, I pretty much just sometimes I comment on like somebody put I made a burger. Cool, I want to eat it. Like
but
that. It's very simple,
Like, do you ever censor yourself? I think is more the question. Like, are there things that you want to say that you second guess yourself and think, maybe that's not really in my character to say that at this time?
Not really. Sometimes I try to not cuss as much as I do because I feel like I do that when I play video games. But just when I'm talking to my girlfriend, I'm not like, whoa, what a bunch of cuss words. Whoa, bab, boobity boo. Like, it's just,
Wow, that was the most G-rated thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, give it about. But, yeah, I just try to, I don't know. I don't really filter out too much. I just put the webcam on and I'm just stressed out. So everything that I say is, just in the moment, I'm always stressed when I'm streaming, always. So if I say something weird,
okay when you're controlled, but when you're just naturally controlled. But you remove the filter on someone who's not naturally controlled, and some bad things can happen. So,
I guess I feel like I'm a pretty. Like I said, the way that I carry myself online is very, very similar to the way that I carry myself in real life, anyway. But it must be more difficult if you are a naturally more opinionated or more out there person. It must be difficult to be. We don't really have someone like that, I think, on the stream at the minute to ask that, but it's maybe something for another time. If we have someone like that, you can say things that will get you in hot water and can be pretty detrimental. I mean, how many YouTube channels and Twitch channels and things have said things and then been banned or had issues or just lost a lot of
had to
subscribers
apologize.
Things
How about that
taking it
dude
back.
working for Google?
Yeah, that's recent news. Yeah, he gone.
Lost his job.
Yeah,
and that's the thing about the internet nowadays is it's such a connected world that you could literally. I saw people saying he should lose his job and no one should ever hire him. You're like literally just hoping that this guy's life is ruined by one thing that he said.
Just like that,
And Angry Joe, that's another good point. Angry Joe has had issues with his fans recently. It's difficult to try and work your way through that web of everybody's got a different opinion and everybody's got their own opinion, and you've got so many people wanting you to do one thing and then you do another thing, and then some people say it's right, some people don't, and then those arguments cause arguments between these people, and then it just, one little thing that most people can maybe pass off just gets a few people started, and then it just evolves into something huge. So you got to be careful. But thankfully, I don't think any of us are like that in real life. So we won't have any issues. Hopefully.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like the least like politics. That's very hush hush, and I'm like I'm the most politically incorrect person ever. I know nothing. I only know that Donald Trump is president. That's it. That's the extent of it.
I don't think that's politically incorrect. I think that's political ignorance, maybe.
That's one for one at least. I got that right.
It's more like willful ignorance.
Yeah, I know a little thing about being politically incorrect, because that's what I have to play into with the whole "look at me, I'm from Alabama." So, you throw out a few jokes. Hopefully people won't get offended. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But as long as it's all in jest,
Imagine if Nas was actually like Canadian this entire time.
No.
That'll be a great twist.
Yeah, just a high quality character.
I think something that we haven't actually covered yet is where you're from, gentlemen. Where you are from.
Oh, I'm from Iceland.
There you go.
I'm an Icelandic.
I imagine people seem to think you're from the US, right? A lot.
America. People think I'm from America. Yeah. A lot of people think so. It's just, this is what I say to everyone. Hey, I thought you were American. Wow. It's like, I just watched a lot of Jim Carrey movies when I was young. Really like Jim Carrey. But that's pretty much. I spoke English, and I don't speak with. There's this Icelandic accent. It's horrible.
Yeah. Is it similar to like a Swinglish type?
No. I'll give you hang on. Hello, everyone. I'm Icelandic, and this is how we talk. This is how we talk English. This could be my voice, but I just adapted to the American accent.
It's like the international Alabaman. That's what it sounds like.
But yeah, that's that's pretty much it. I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank and a bunch of that. That's like an American. Oh, sorry. Just gotta stop hitting this microphone. And just I really like the Americanized media, and I now everything around us. We center everything around America pretty much. We kind of want to be America. We're like this close to it, pretty much. We're like almost out of Europe.
Fuck like you can keep talking. I'm just gonna do this in the background.
So the one time that we don't have a guest on from the US, and therefore I actually have like 2 for 2 from Europe to guests to US guests.
He's more American.
He's more American than the two. Yeah, he speaks American. He likes America.
God bless America.
I can't win. We need a British guest. Sarge was the last British guest. And that was episode 3.
Sarge is such a good guy.
Although GTA Man, I think he gets lost in the...
Oh, yeah, GTA Man.
Yeah, GTA Man was... GTA Man is European. So at least he balanced that out a little bit.
We have a British guest in 2 weeks. Next week is American, though. Next week
Yeah.
is American, and the week is British. So
Next
you're
week
going to
is
have to bide your time.
fantastic. We'll tell you at the end who next week is.
See, it can never be it's never ever going to be a majority in my favor. I'm always going to be at least 50-50, but most of the time outgunned by the Americans.
Oh, well,
Not happy
you're
about
always
it.
outgunned by the Americans,
Yeah.
my friend.
Literally.
But anyway, I can touch on the accent topic with you a bit. Obviously, it's very difficult to be from somewhere where the accent is not good, and it does not set a good image for you.
Southern accent is fantastic.
Yeah, I like
on a
I have a
cute girl.
newscaster's accent.
Like on a cute girl or a really tough guy. On baby face McDoofus over here, it doesn't really help. Like, it does not help. And and a lot of people, wow, you have such a Southern accent. Like, go outside in my county. You won't be able to understand people.
Ooh, I'm down.
Right now, you getting no knocked out?
Now, get the dog out of that mouth. Give it a bell.
I've never been to America. So.
And there's some terms like you're gonna want to go past the holler and then take a left at the quicksack, and then you want to go past the dang old rocks on the side of the road, but not the big rocks, little rocks. And then you want to go over this kind of hump here, and then you're gonna
okay, we get it. God damn.
I didn't actually want to interrupt. I just wanted to hear.
You just want to hear to get to where I'm going, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the Icelandic version is so much worse.
Yeah.
So you go over here. When you get to the gas station, you turn right, and then you go to the left when you see the church. And don't go near the church. It's filthy.
Yeah. I just sound like I should be on Fox News talking about.
Dude, you'd be perfect for Fox News. You got the face too.
And the S&P 500 is up 20 points this week.
Why Fox?
Over to you, John.
I do,
over to
as
you.
Bloody Squirrel said in the chat, I do tone down the Northeast England accent a lot.
Yeah, I think all of us kind of, well,
Yeah.
maybe not RDT, but all three of us try
There
to
are
tone
only a
down our
few
accent.
words. If I get into the zone, I'll be like in the morning, I'll be like, hey, can I get a cup of coffee and, maybe chocolate? So, let the dog out, stuff like that. But
Yeah. I speak like this more now in real life as well. Like when I first started with YouTube videos, I really did have to, I know I don't do it still, but I had to pronounce words more. And if you think that I've still got a strong accent, this is how bad it could be. A lot worse is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So but now it's become the way that I speak because I just like speaking this way a bit better, to be honest.
It's a lot easier to understand. I try that to some degree. I try. I fail miserably, but
Yeah.
I do try.
All right. So let's move on to our regular segments. The Choking Hazard podcast choke of the week. First of all,
Choke of the week. Let's take it
bring
right
the
into the choke of the week.
back.
Gentlemen, have you watched the choke?
did you watch them?
I can start today.
All right, go up into
They're
the
in the
choke
they're in the
chat
choke
and
chat.
find
We're
the
going to show
playlist.
them to everybody watching. I'll let you guys know when I start playing the playlist.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta finish this.
Please give us a taste of your real accent. No. Maybe if we ever do a drunk stream or something, it'll come out. Like maybe that's when it's gonna happen. But I can't consciously make that decision anymore. It's just not a thing that I want to do.
We should definitely do a drunk podcast with Nas being our designated caster.
Our designated sober person. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's have a look at these chokes. Gonna start it playing now. All right.
Seems as though we are in a tube. We are
Chili
also
ad?
in a Nero Custom.
Chili
Yes,
choke.
stunt race. Stunt races are very, very good for chokes. Chokes all the time.
Who is this again?
L. Shelby.
Oh, Shelby. Okay.
Landing off the road could be
Okay,
a
well,
problem. And we've gone
no, that's not. Yeah,
I'm still waiting
got
for it.
just the wrong line. Just no, and then he's down.
I will give
So-
him some credit on his respawn time, though. He was on that
He was
Y
on it.
button very quickly.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah, I mean that was.
That shit was coming.
That was. I mean, if you're listening to this, if you're one of our wonderful people who listen to the podcast,
on your way to work,
you,
driving.
thank you,
Right
yeah.
There's the shout out every week. Go to about 50 minutes into the podcast and you'll see
Or
it
at
on
work.
YouTube.
A lot of people are at work listening, and that's the
Here we
best.
go. We have our second one. Our second choke. As you saw the zoom in on the name there, we have Mr. Boss for the win in the session. With
doubt it's
Oleg.
really. I doubt it's really.
I don't know.
Oh, is he going to go over? He's gone over. He's gone over.
He's gone. Nice bike physics.
He's look. Wow, there's got some difficult. We got some.
Damn.
Oh, he's still in the lead though.
It's very
Oh,
close.
no. Oh, he got overtaken at the end.
And look who has overtaken him. The one, the
Oh,
only.
no.
Mr. Boss for the win.
Mr. Boss, everyone's favorite rapscallion.
Oh, that's harsh.
What a shame.
Oh, God.
And here we go. We're in the Jester. You know, I chose it.
These are all proper chokes. Everybody's been in first place. I'm happy about
Everybody's
this.
in first place in the final turns of the race as well. So we come
no.
around, and the Jester.
You can see that. Oh, you can see the finishing line as well.
So close yet so far
Rip
away.
indeed. Absolutely wrecked.
Rip in peace, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
it feels
man.
bad.
Who
Feels
was that
very,
last one
very
from?
bad.
Feels bad, man.
Crazy Squirrel.
Crazy Squirrel. So we had our Shelby Oleg and Crazy Squirrel. Was that
Yes,
that surely wasn't actually Mr. Boss for the win?
I think he was in the Boss crew. I
Do
mean,
you
I
think it
don't see
actually
why.
was?
It all adds up, man.
That makes it even worse. He's the one who ended up.
It
like-
wouldn't surprise me.
All these
check.
chokes. I've got
We'll
to say,
watch
all
his
these
videos.
chokes have
We
been
had-
fantastic.
We had Ben L85 in the chat say that Mr. Boss actually streamed it, so
Oh,
Did
no.
he?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
no.
Oleg on Mr.
I think that's
Boss.
an easy
I don't know if that's a reliable source.
Oleg stream sniping Mr. Boss. That's what was happening.
And
It was the
and
real
he
deal.
chokes it for all
On
of us.
stream.
Oleg's out there representing all of us.
Yeah.
And he chokes it.
Wow.
It's not just him. Oh,
Jesus.
that's rough. That
So
is
we've had
rough.
three races.
Was
I'm
that the
really
real
impressed with the quality of the chokes this week. All of them. All of
stepping
them
up the game,
from
boys.
first place. Easy wins. And they've all been significant chokes. Like they should never have happened. These should never have had these chokes. So
No.
I'm well impressed with all of them, I've got to say. We got the straw poll in the chat. Feel free
Vote for
to
yourself.
vote for it. And yeah, if you have chokes that you want to submit, the link is in the description of the YouTube video or the show notes online on iTunes or the audio version, and also in the Twitch chat with the command your chokes. There was only. Did you see the time difference as well at the end? 1/10 of a second.
Oh, dude, I'm seeing
Yeah.
it right now. Holy
1/10 of a
damn.
second it was in the end of that second one. And then
Doesn't
the good old
matter if you
Jester.
win by a second
An inch or a
or
mile.
a foot or fuck it.
Yeah, just backing right out of there.
I want that tattooed on my butt. It doesn't matter.
All right, so those are our chokes for this week. Who's gonna win?
Good selection of shows.
Yeah, really good selection. I think that's the best week we've had. If you take all three of the choices, they could have won all three could have won in previous weeks. I would say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had a
absolutely.
good selection this week. I had a hard time choosing.
Yeah, there were better ones. Feel free to resubmit chokes if your choke doesn't win and even get shown, or your choke doesn't even get shown at all as part of the top three. Feel free to resubmit them in future. But do you guys have your favorites?
Yes.
I do.
I voted for Who's the Boss? I thought that was pretty good.
You can't sway the people, gentlemen. Damn it.
Oh, am I not
God.
supposed to? I voted for all of them. I went on all my browsers,
He was-
and I
he's-
voted for all of them.
He's so positive he thinks everyone should win.
Yeah, that's it. Do we have a winner on the votes yet?
We do. We've got a clear winner.
A clear winner, okay. Well,
I think
let's
I-
give
I
our
think I
thoughts
have an
then
idea.
before we hear the actual. What are you guys? What we all beat winners?
Gotta be Who's the Boss, right? Like losing to such a man of high stature or low stature, or low gains is very hard, very hard. It was hard to watch. It's hard to see. I feel very bad for Oleg, and I think he just needs something to make it better. And this won't fix him. This will not make him whole again after losing to Mr. Boss for the win, but it is something. And I think it's our duty and our obligation, really, to help him in his time of need. So clip number 2 is definitely my choice.
What about you, RDT?
I'm going to have to agree. I think all 3 chokes, people were, my grandfather would say, hogs get slaughtered. And they were just going for that, trying to demoralize the lobby. And Oleg went for a little bit extra, tried to showboat Hot Dog a little bit, and he ended up losing.
Yes.
He was the ultimate choke.
Okay, so I mean that's pretty unanimous so far. I think mine is exactly the same, to be honest. How could I go against it? I think all of the chokes, like I said, were worthy of winning previous chokes of the weeks. Like they were all very, very strong. Some of the best chokes we've seen overall, but there can only be one winner every week. And I think the reason that my favourite is Oleg's choke is that it was against Mr. Boss. It was so close. And he didn't not only just choke it for himself, he was representing all of us, and he choked it for it was a collective choke for all of us.
Yes.
In that respect, because of who ended up beating him by 1/10 by less than 1/10 of a second it was in the end.
And so, it's interesting when we know.
Benel's just posted the video from Mr. Boss's perspective.
Right. Okay.
But and what I was going to say, it's very interesting that we know the skill level of the opponent in this clip as well, and that is to say that there is no skill. So for Oleg to lose there, it's just very embarrassing.
He respawned and still almost won.
Yeah. So. Come on then, put us out of our misery that we were expecting.
Well, gentlemen,
he already said.
He ruined it for everyone. God damn it.
You're not getting invited back. No. So yeah, we've got a clear victory from Oleg, who is clearly the worst because he failed to the worst.
Yeah. Good job.
Well done, Oleg. You are horrible. You are terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are.
Kick him from the crew.
You get the choke of the week.
Me personally, I liked choke number 3 the best. I thought it was
they were all fantastic.
Last lap is just.
I mean, they were all just before the finish line. That's what made them all so good.
Yeah, they were all great.
Yeah, they were all fantastic. Like I said, they would in any other week they would have all been winners.
Yes.
All right, so RDT's Apple Juice Minute. Do you think is that what we're going to go for?
Should we tell people to get the phone bank first before we forget?
Yeah, let's do that. I forgot about that actually. If you want to ask your questions, get in the phone bank on Discord, open to regulars, supporters on Patreon, or subscribers on Twitch. And you can ask your questions that we shall answer. It can be for any of us.
It can be for all of us. It can be for one of us. It could be for Gentleman. Maybe you just want to come in here and you want to ask him just the same question we've been asking him once again. How is he so positive? You come in here, just ask whatever question you have on your mind, on your heart, and we'll get it answered for you. So jump in the phone bank. We'll get it taken care of. So let's move on.
Okay, that was weird.
All right. Oh, man. Nas, it's good to be home. It's good to be back.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
In the United States.
Skype up. Yeah, here we go.
All right. We were over in fucking communist Europe over there.
That was awful last week.
No, their ass from their elbow. All right. We're back home, and we're going to a fantastic city. And when I say fantastic, I'm using that very generously. When you think of Cleveland, Ohio, you think of the culture and the prestige and everything, and right? You think about all those things. Yeah.
All of those things.
High crime rate. You don't think about any of those things because Cleveland's terrible. Cleveland has 3 things. They have LeBron, they've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that it's not Detroit. So there has to be a reason to brew such a great beer, Great Lakes Brewery has this Burning River Pale Ale. It's the only way to distract yourself from the horribleness of your second-rate Cincinnati. All right? Ohio's best city, if I do say so myself. So go grab yourself I spent a hefty $10 on a 6-pack of this stuff, and it was well worth it. So, yeah. You don't have to be. The good news is you don't have to go to Cleveland to get this. I could get this in New Jersey, and I'm giving all this criticism from New Jersey, so you know Cleveland is bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great Lakes Brewery, Burning River Pale Ale. Suck one down.
Pale ale is so good. Really like stouts as well. They're awesome.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. There's RDT's Apple Juice Minute.
Not bad this week, you know.
That was, so we've actually had a good solid beer this week. Is this what's
it's really good.
Yeah, really good.
I'm a huge fan.
Just
not
drink
Cleveland.
it all.
Sorry, not beer. Apple juice. Apple juice.
Yeah, apple juice.
Shit.
Cool. I'm thinking about Bruffy's Racing Corner, but I don't think we've really got anything to say. I don't think there's a mid-season break with the F1 and trying to talk about anything other than
Bruffy's
F1.
MCEC corner. I mean, we can talk about that. You sound very okay. I can see that you're really into.
I'm just trying to get this over with.
Well, I mean, the MCEC has its own videos. It has its own series. Like it doesn't. We don't need to go. Maybe we could get your, your opinions on how your.
I wanted to play a game with Gentleman. Actually,
hate your life.
Did you guys see that game that I wanted to play with him?
What?
It's what did I call it? Shit.
Oh yeah, look that up. What'd you say? I remember it.
Keep them positive. That's what I wanted to play.
Keep them positive.
It's a game.
Yeah, I wanted to present him with 3 different scenarios.
Okay.
And see how he would keep the person positive.
Keep the person that should not be positive.
Yeah, not at all. And there are increasing levels of brutality.
Okay.
Not brutality. That's a strong word. But,
Okay.
Should we play the game?
Dude, hit me with it, man.
Let's
do it.
play.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
scenario number 1.
Okay.
You're walking down the street. You see this 5-year-old kid. He's it's a hot summer day. He's enjoying a nice soft serve ice cream cone. He's just he's licking it up. And then all of a sudden, he just drops on the ground. He starts to cry. What do you say to this little 5-year-old boy?
I look and see if there are, I'm a 22-year-old man speaking to a 5-year-old kid. I'll like look around like, hey, does this look bad? Okay. Hey, kid,
I got that society is terrible that's your first thought is, can I talk to this child without looking like I'm going to molest him?
Yeah. Shit's changed.
Just because you're a man. It's awful.
I would grab a nickel out of my wallet and I would go,
What
son,
year is it?
I don't know. Iceland has nickels. Our goddamn currency is just so bad. Anyway, I would grab a nickel from my man purse and I would be like, hey, get yourself another ice cream. You're only where are your parents? Where are your parents? I'll be your father.
Where are your parents?
Let's get some more ice cream. Let's get 2 ice creams.
That would really
one for
keep
you.
it positive.
And another one for you,
I'm
because you're a
sorry to
kid.
inform you that he
Double
got the ice
fisting
cream
ice
from a
cream.
truck, and the truck is now 5 miles away.
I would make my own ice cream for the kid. Can't be that
Okay.
difficult.
Oh, that sounds really sexual. I would look around before you did that. Double fisting ice cream, man. 2 ice cream.
Scenario 2.
Scenario 2.
Okay.
All right. You got a 5-year-old kid, same fucking kid.
Sorry. Is this just from the top of your head, or did you write this down?
Maybe. I don't know. Same 5-year-old kid. Same. He's having a terrible week. Walking his dog. I don't know why he's out there on his own, but he's just.
Who is this kid's parents?
He has the worst parents in all of humanity. This is unbelievable.
He's walking his puppy, and he actually lets go of the leash, and it gets hit by an ice cream truck. Holy shit! How do you keep that kid positive?
Is that the ice cream truck that he just bought the ice cream from?
Maybe it is.
Okay. So the dog is just there, dead, and kid is crying.
No. We're stepping it up. The dog is not dead. It is on its last leg.
It's dying.
Yes, it's dying.
It's dying. It's bleeding out.
It's about to die. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's crying. It's screaming. It's yelping. It's real bad. It's real bad. It's
It's not
Real
gonna live.
bad.
That's basically what we're saying.
Give him a nickel for a new dog.
I would
All right.
call every single bouncy castle company in Iceland and ask them to come to the funeral for the dog.
Oh,
so
wow.
that the kid would be able to jump its problems away. Because that's shitty. That's a shitty week.
That's
And
a
that's just
terrible
scenario number 2. I have a feeling that scenario 3 is, man. So
Yeah.
we are going to get like a lot of bouncy castles. The kid is going to have a really good time and forget about it because I'll give it ice cream, man. You know, it will be it will forget about the dog.
No, the
I'll give
kid's
it a-
probably very turned off of ice cream at this point.
Yeah,
That's the last thing
Yeah,
he wants
ice
to
cream's
see.
not like a triggering effect on the kid. I think with the ice cream truck and losing his
Yeah, like those numb flashbacks every time he hears the
Yeah.
word ice cream.
I'm
Yeah,
curious
it's
to
like a
what
Vietnam
what
flashback.
scenario 3 is going to be now.
I feel like I'm not doing very well in this game.
I
mean,
don't think you are.
I don't know. I'd be happy with a bouncy castle, I guess. All right. Let's move on to scenario 3. You get this kid. Let's say he's like 5 years old or something.
This kid's already having a bad
Can
week.
it
This
please
is
be
the
6
worst
years
week.
old? I just want to hear that he's 1 year
Got
older.
his ice cream earlier in the week, and some weirdo came up to him and said, "I'll make you ice cream," and then his fucking dog died right in his lap, just crying right in front of him. And in all of the bouncy castles and ice cream trucks, he goes home and his fucking house is on fire. What do you do with that? What are you gonna do at that point, gentlemen?
I will make
Jesus.
a house out of one of the bouncy castles, and I'll put a roof on the castle, and you can move it around, so you don't have to. If you're tired of the scenery, you could just and
Is
just
adoption a possible strategy to keep this kid happy?
adopting.
Yeah, it could.
I
Obviously,
already
this kid has
stole it.
No
I-
parents, obviously.
I mean,
already
he didn't
stole
have
it.
parents before, but if they're in the house at this point, then
Oh
they're
yeah,
probably
his parents are dead too. That
Oh,
his-
God.
Good.
Jesus.
I hope they're dead. I hope they died, came back to life, and died again. Yeah.
Fuck, that's
Jesus. This poor kid. I mean, you know. Anyway, I would just get Leonardo DiCaprio to just, do the worm in front of him or something like that. I
Good
don't know.
answer.
I think that
you
would
win, gentlemen wins with Leonardo DiCaprio, and that was keep them positive.
He kept the child positive. Good job.
Yeah,
what do I
good
get?
job.
Jesus.
Positive results from
You
that.
get you win a 5-year-old kid. He will be knocking on your door very shortly.
Yeah.
Just when you
Nice.
thought this was a game and this was all fake.
This was all real. This all
This
happened.
Yeah.
is a real child.
Jesus.
Poor
Oh
child.
man, that was
That was
Poor
so
kid.
great.
That was some
Poor
on the spot
5-year-old.
action. That was so
Yeah,
stressed
and
out.
he stepped up to the plate.
all right. Phone bank. Have we got any questions?
Phone bang. Do we have any callers on the Choking Hazard podcast today? Do we have any?
We sure do. The first question is from QuickNet Tech.
Hello,
Hey,
caller.
Nick.
You're on the Choking Hazard podcast. So you've got this kid. What's your question?
Can we just drop this kid, like figuratively and literally, please?
Hello, QuickNet. Who's your question for, and what's your question?
Questions for Bruffy, and I was just curious, would you be willing to do one of those videos about the new brake boosting thing?
Well, I mean, we gotta
Placebos.
we gotta handle short shifting first. I mean, people have been asking me to do a short shifting video for God knows how long.
Yeah, can you teach me
true.
so I can compete in MCEC, please?
Well, it's basically my plan at the moment is because the short shifting has taken so long, and there's now a brake boosting, which is kind of pretty much the same as short shifting, really. And then there's another kind of thing that you can do as well. And then there's all these other things. I'm gonna try to make a video that's just tricks of the trade. And
I'm uninstalling GTA. Just putting that out there. I'm tired. I'm tired of this game. I'm uninstalling. I'm playing real racing games from now on.
What, like now?
Yes, uninstalling.
He's
currently.
uninstalling.
Well,
one.
this is the best time to do it. At least it gives someone your place in the MCC who can have all 8 rounds.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I guess
that
if
was a
you
topic conversation.
if you allow me to elaborate, I guess, what are all of your guys' thoughts on all of these kind of, I guess, BS little things, right? You've
It's all
got
some stupid
brake
garbage.
boosting, short shifting,
Yeah,
curve
it's
boosting,
GTA.
frame boosting, all these other little things.
It's GTA, and this is what we get for racing in GTA.
I
But
abhor them.
having said that, when it comes to real life racing, there are so many different tricks and little things. Like if you put lots of drivers in the same car with the same tires and the same setup and everything, then more often than not they'll be extremely close on pace. What separates drivers in the same machinery or just drivers in general is the little tricks. So the setup of the car, how they balance it, just getting the suspension levels right, all these different aero things right, getting it set up for them. And there's all these different tricks to driving styles and things that, us normal people probably can't even fathom. There's always, whether it's racing or high level sport in general, there's always an extra level above and then a level above and then a level above that you just do not understand. But from the outside, you can always look at these things and think, well, that's giving him an unfair advantage because he knows about it and I don't know about it. But there's things like this in everything, and that's just what it is. So, you get to a point in GTA where you get sick of these things, but it is what it is. We would rather they weren't in, but what can you do about it? It's part of the game, and yeah, there are real racing games out there, but then they have 20, 30 different ways to set up your car that give you other different tricks that make you go quicker. So, yeah. Rant.
Yeah.
I'm ending the rant there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like you asked, what are the thoughts of the others? I don't play GTA 5 unless like once a year or something. It's a fun game. Anyway, like you're touching on that there are different types of tricks, in the game in order to, get momentum and stuff like that. That is actually, I'm going to offer my 2 cents on, like in Rocket League, there are these, weird workarounds in order to do something, and it's something that you have to master.
Yeah, like fast kickoffs and stuff like that.
Yeah, like wave dashing and all that stuff. Like
that's inherent in every competitive game now as well. Like it's just part of gaming these days.
Yeah, it was also in Halo 2. Like there was this BXR where there was this quicker way to reload. Like it's going to be in every single game, and I look at that like higher tier players will be able to utilize that as like a pro thing. And is that kind of what you're talking about here in GTA? Is this something that?
Yeah, it's basically exactly the same sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, tricks that the faster drivers use to make them go quicker, essentially.
Okay.
Although I feel like when it comes to Rocket League, those are things that are it's not really an exploit. Where I feel like curve boosting and short shifting are something that the developers, it was more of an oversight that people now abuse.
Yeah, they're not. It's not a design choice.
Like you're saying in Rocket League, if you want to do an aerial, it's better if you double jump and fucking go into the area. You can master these things, which you can master how to hit a curve boost or whatever, but it's more of a skill that you're supposed to be able to do.
Okay.
As opposed to in GTA, if someone doesn't block off a bump or a curb, some people will know to go hit that, and they'll get a half a second, advantage on that lap over someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's all part of shoddy Rockstar game design. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And using an old engine.
Positivity. We love everything.
All right. I guess one last thing on that. And we have things like bunny hopping and what's the rocket jumps, things like that. Those were exploits at one point and have been turned into features. Do you think any of the things in GTA that are currently exploits may become essentially features at some point?
Not in this GTA.
No,
I would have liked.
I don't
in
care
future
enough.
Installments.
I mean, I think manual shifting would be cool.
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I would like to see.
But I don't know whether we would, because I mean GTA isn't a racing game, and it's. Having said that, Midnight Club was leaked. Rockstar could be making a new Midnight Club.
Ooh.
That makes me happy.
I forgot to mention that last week. But it's too late. We'll talk about it in next week's podcast. Someone remind me.
I just hope it's not crap like the new NFS games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. GTA isn't a racing game. It's meant to be a game that, I mean, 99% of players who play GTA don't care about any of these things that we talk about, short shifting, curb boosting, all that stuff. Yeah, there's one of them.
They don't even know. They
Gentlemen.
don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know about it. They don't know it exists. They don't care about it. So, I don't. To put manual transmission into GTA, I don't even think that'll happen because it's not the target audience for the game. And if exploits are there for racing purposes, the developers aren't really bothered because that's not the primary problem. They don't need to spend time fixing that or changing that because it's not a racing game.
It's crazy when auto is 33% of the title, and then they don't care about it as much.
Yeah.
If the new rumored Midnight Club is similar to how racing is in GTA, I think I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk about it next week. Tune in next week to the Choking Hazard podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good topic of conversation there.
Yeah.
Do we have any more?
Yeah, for sure.
I believe we have a couple write-ins.
Yeah, we've got a couple of write-ins. I know I tried to persuade them to come on, but
I'm going to forbid it. I'm so close to just forbidding the write-ins.
We're going to say max 2 in the future.
We only ever get 2.
Max 1.
Go on, whatever.
Right, give us the
Okay,
question.
first question from Sibal Buena. This one's to Bruffy and Nos. What was the most stressful moment you ever had in MCEC?
Stressful moment in the MCC.
I know mine. It was season 3, first race, Coquette Classic, battling with Vikstro at the very end for position. Trying so hard, and then I missed a mid-drive speed boost, and I lost.
Hold on, give me a second.
I
took my headset off out of frustration. Was the question just for Bruffy and Nos, and what was your most frustrating moment of MCC?
The question is, why isn't it for RDT as well?
doesn't
RDT's
participate
been in the
in
MCC since season 1.
Yeah, he's been in just as
I
long as we
wasn't
have.
counting him because he's on Xbox.
No.
I'm only joking. RDT, what was your most stressful moment in MCC?
He doesn't fucking want to know. Why should I tell him anything?
Well, we want to know. Come on.
I want to know.
Well, mine was definitely first round of last year in Sports
Same
Classics.
Round, then. Same round.
Yeah, when I was in first place in the Coquette Classic, and I for a quick second glanced over at Jerry, and I got beached on a rock, and then I came in second, I think, or third. I don't
Oh
know.
no,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Jerry, what's a Jerry?
Cherry. Mine was the first round of season 2, which is also ironically one of my best performances in the MCC. Just the start of that was incredibly stressful, like lining up on the grid, because season 1 was kind of under the radar a little bit. It wasn't a big thing. Season 2 was where it kind of became something, and we had a lot of people watching on Twitch, and yeah, it was stressful lining up and just getting ready to start this crazy 1.5 hour endurance race, and hoping I would do good. And I ended up getting into first place by the first corner and going on to win. But the whole race was just very stressful because I was in that lead and I didn't want to ruin it. Yeah, just a very stressful round with it being so new.
Fair enough. Our next question was from Jaji. It's another, what real life car would you like to see in GTA, except it's got a bit of a twist. It's what real life car would you like to see added to GTA that you think is forgotten about when people think of cars to add into GTA?
That's a question.
What?
That is it.
So like everyone's gonna say like, oh, I want a Dominator Classic, or oh, I want an F1 car, or oh, I want this, but we want some.
So an example
Over.
that Jaji put was he would like to see the Ford RS200 Evolution in the game.
I've got mine.
You do?
Yeah.
Give it
It's
to
a
us.
fucking Reliant Robin, isn't it? No, I'm just
No,
kidding. It's the
no.
Ariel Adam.
I like it
isn't
actually because I've never thought about it to put in GTA before, but now I've thought about it. It fits the answer. It fits the question perfectly. Actually, well, yeah, It's the Mazda MX-5. And that would be my choice. Someone actually just put in the chat.
Miata for US audience.
Okay. Well, someone just put in the chat.
Here.
Someone just put in the chat RX-7, which is a good one as well. But I feel like a lot of people would probably say that because of the Need for Speed movies and not Need for Speed movies, the Fast and Furious movies, and you know that's probably a pretty common ask to have an RX-7 in. But yeah, MX-5, I would say. That would be
mine.
Answer.
Would be the Nautilus from A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Well,
I don't believe I've seen that.
It is the greatest movie that is on TV all the time.
I have no idea about that.
All the time.
It's fantastic, and you all can shut up.
Okay, so very, very interesting answer there. Honda S2000, yeah, that's another good one. Do we have any? Have you guys got any answers for this yet?
any what? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Do you guys have any answers for this yet? Nos and gentlemen.
How about an ice cream van?
The Mr.
Heyo,
Whoopi. The
kill
Mr.
some
Whoopi.
puppies.
The ice cream
Yeah.
van.
Yeah, we could have the Mr. Whoopi back as and make it on pace with the taco van. So you could have Mr. Whoopi
that
taco
would be
van
good.
racing
Yeah,
events.
that would be good.
In fact, we need to get on that on our 5M server. I know Johnny's watching. Johnny, make Mr. Whoopi on pace with the taco van because we have it on our server. So we need to make that happen. As for my answer, I don't know. I actually know. I do know. I want like a modern Focus RS. That's what I would like.
Yeah.
Like you'd have I've already thought about the name. I've been trying to get our modeler to make it for the 5M server. It'd be the Vapid Blur, basically.
Yeah.
You have the Vapid Blur, which would be like the stock car that would be front wheel drive on compact pace, and then you'd have the Vapid Blur RS, which would be kind of mid-tier sports, all-wheel drive type deal.
Okay.
So that's
Interesting.
probably what I would do. Or, I mean, just really any generation of Focus I'd be happy with, like the higher-end models.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
We've already got the Sadler A to the J, and that's an F-250, basically. So,
Since you're, maybe you can implement these into the 5M server.
we're going.
We can find out what the hell RDT's choice of car was.
Netrex posted it. You can see it. It's
Oh,
fucking
yeah?
sick.
Did he?
Okay. And yeah, get the MX-5 in. Oh, yeah, look at that. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
That's
I'll show it to the stream.
Yeah, please do. They need to
There
see
it
that.
is. It's that's an interesting vehicle.
Sports classics.
Sports classics, yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, is that it for the questions? We got no more.
I got one question for gentleman as soon as he's
Okay,
here.
Fucking.
And
That was
nobody's asked him a question.
Okay.
Gentleman 13. Who is Hannes?
Hannes is a fictional character that we kind of made on the spot on one of our casts. He's got an Icelandic accent. I'm not going to do it again, but
I think you should give us a little impression of Hannes so
Oh,
that
you
people
already-
can get a good flavor of, what Hannes is all about.
And what it is you do over on your stream, I suppose. Give us
yeah,
a nice taste.
it's become kind of a dank meme, as people
Ayo.
would say, but it just says, I'm playing Rocket League. He's like, oh boy, I'm about to hit the ball now. Oh wow, he did get the ball. He scored on me. I should stop playing now. It's just at the top of my head it's not good, but in the moment people think it's hilarious, and I don't get it, but I'm doing it still. And
That sounds
yeah,
fun. That sounds
but
fun.
yeah,
So it's
that's
you're just stereotypical Icelandic gamers, basically.
pretty much just if my mother was streaming, I think that would be just a female voice. What is this? Just stress all the wrong letters and you got it.
Stress all the wrong letters. I like that.
But,
All
yeah.
right.
Southern is leave out all the right letters. That's how Southern works.
And the northeast of England is cut off the ends of every single word. That's how it is up here. Yeah. So how have you enjoyed your time on the podcast, gentlemen?
Of course, dude.
We
I
let
love
him
being
talk.
here, man.
So as I talk over him.
Yeah,
we let him talk. He talked a lot, and goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, we need to
No,
get
it's absolutely-
Bo back on after we didn't let him talk for like.
Yeah,
God
we
knows how
kind of
long.
fucked him.
Sure-
Yeah,
I'm
good.
sure he'd
It's
like
been
that.
fun having you on. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining in. It's what
Awesome
we
I
do.
mean,
Awesome to
our
meet you.
Twitch chat can find his details right now in the chat, but
Yeah.
where can we find you for the people that are possibly watching this or listening to this?
It will be in the description of the YouTube video as well, of course.
Yeah, you can find me on my Twitch channel on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Mondays. Time zones. UTC, that's
You
British.
don't worry about
Nah,
that
see,
shit.
you
The-
jacked
the-
it.
Turn on your
It's too
notifications.
specific.
Watch
Time
Gentlemen.
zones suck. I wish the earth was flat. Hashtag make the earth flat.
The earth is
Um,
flat. I thought.
Cool. But yeah, pretty much it. And yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal to get to be here. And I know that you guys are gonna, dude, it's not that cool. Really cool to be a guest at a podcast, you know? It only happened once. You
It
know?
was
Hey,
great,
I
yeah.
just hope that you can move on and be on better podcasts in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the beginner podcast.
We're rooting
This
for
is
you.
Where you start.
Yeah.
Where's that
This is the
positivity
training
at, man?
wheels podcast.
That's right there. I know you're going to go on to much better things than this. That's awesome.
This is barely a podcast, as Johnny
It's
says.
true.
But DT, I seriously hope that you do that scenario thing again, that game, with the next
It might
guest.
have to be.
Yeah, maybe that needs to be a weekly segment.
So you got
So
this kid.
we'll just call it. So there's this kid.
So there's this kid, yeah, gets involved in all sorts of things every week. All right,
Man.
that'll be it for now. Do you want to say goodbye, guys? Thanks for watching,
Yep,
everyone.
next week,
Goodbye.
we got fucking A to the J.
Oh boy.
God.
Good job, sport.
He's free.
Yes, that's announcing our next week's guest, A to the J.
I'm just
Get your
going to stay
children out of
silent
the
for the
room.
entire time. I think you guys can just take it without me.
Yeah, get your
The
children.
chat
out
goes
of the room,
wild. The
Prepare
chat goes
yourself,
wild.
And,
And for the 95% of people who don't know who he is, who are watching this on YouTube, you'll find out. You'll know by the end of next week. You will know. You'll know very much so.
Hashtag you will know.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all
Thanks for
later.
having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.